It is an issue plaguing 911 centers across the country, and we are no different here in Monroe County. 13 WAM started looking into staffing issues at the Emergency Communications Department in Rochester after questions surfaced on social media. 13 WAM's investigative reporter Lowell Rose joining us now with his findings. Lowell, good evening.
Thank you, Matt. Well, every day the 911 center, they receive thousands of emergency calls and dispatchers first responders to people in need throughout the city of Rochester and Monroe County. Now, recently I sat down with the director who said since January of 2022, they've hired 80 employees but lost 89, something he calls a vicious cycle of turnover.
Yep, I got the ambulance already started. Is he completely alert or responding?
They're the people we depend on during life or death situations, but demands of the job at the 911 center in Rochester are causing multiple issues. Staff vacancies are leading to longer workdays and employee burnout.
It's not a position where we like it to be, but the way the position is right now, we're able to continue to maintain this service that the community is expecting from us.
According to data obtained by 13 WAM News, the Rochester Emergency Communications Department is allowed a staff of 182 employees. But right now, the center has nearly 60 vacancies for positions that include telecommunicators, dispatchers, and supervisors.
Where the difficulties run into is that they're working a lot of hours to provide this service. And I would say that, they always step up when they have to.
More than 30 employees work during each 8-hour shift. But when someone calls out, the director of the 911 center, Michael Cerretto, tells me the staff is required to work overtime, often leading to mandatory 16-hour days.
We provide a high level of service to the community. The community expects a high level of service, and we don't have the ability not to be open. We don't have the ability, to not be here when the phone rings. So we have to mandate when we have openings.
He says mandated OT is part of the employee's contract. However, it sometimes leads to frustration, low morale, and even more staff turnover.
The difficulty is that we don't have staff. So until we can get staff, you're always going to have a morale type problem. And people working a lot of hours, it's not the easiest thing to do.
Doctor, is he changing color, pale, red?
I asked the director if the staffing shortage has caused any problems when it comes to answering emergency calls.
Well, I think when you answer 1 million phone calls a year, you have issues that come up, but none of them have been related to staffing at this point.
Cerretto insists that on average, 911 calls are answered within 10 seconds, but there can be delays during large incidents.
It's going to get answered within the time frame that you're used to. I would say that if you're calling in and you do get a lengthy ring, please don't hang up. Stay on the line.
Now, the Emergency Communication Department tells me it is currently processing about 500 applications and has a class graduating in December. As of now, their goal is to catch up on staffing levels by summer. That's usually when call volumes are generally higher.